Well, everybody, here he is. Uh, it's been a hectic morning. I got here pretty late and got set up in my ladder stand, and this is the first deer I've shot since I've shot my big buck. I have not shot a deer out of that ladder stand until today. This is only the second deer I've shot out of that ladder stand, and it should have been a 15-yard shot, but it was a 30-yard. But going back to more this morning, I got in and heard a doe snort real early, real far away, and then had a doe come up behind me, and she snorted at me, but I don't think she knew what I was. She's acting spooky. She walked by me at about 60 yards, and I put my bow back on the hook, and I looked over to my left, and there was two more doe walking in, and so I got my bow. Well, they walked out kind of back into the woods on the other side of the creek, and a little bit later they come back and they walked out onto the point, and I hit my Primo's bleak can, and I'll attest that has put some deer on the ground, not just for me but for a lot of people. And so if you don't got one, you should get one, especially for the rut. But I hit my bleak can, and I'm sitting there and heard something walking behind me. I look, and this buck was 15 yards back behind me. No idea I was there. Well, I stood up, and he kind of caught some movement. And when I got my bow, he looked right up at me, and he as soon as he turned around, I drew back, and he walked, and I held my draw for, I believe the video is like 2 minutes long. And he got a shot. He come by and went right to my mock scrape, and I got a shot at 30 yards, quartering away, and I don't have an exit wound, so there wasn't just a whole bunch of blood, but he come up this hill and it was blood, and then he must have crashed a little bit because there's blood all over the cedar tree. I don't know if you can see it. And there's blood a foot away from him and everything, so he crashed just a little bit, but it was a perfect shot for a 30-yard. First time I've ever shot at a deer at 30 yards. I practiced a lot at 30 yards trying to build my confidence because I knew, one, eventually a deer was going to step out at 30 yards, but two, some of my spots, I can get a 30-yard shot, and he was quartering away, and I put it on him, and it just absolutely hammered him. 2-inch cut Rage broadhead. But he broke my knockoff. I'll probably have to get, my arrow ain't broke, but I bet I'll have to probably get another arrow. My knock broke off, and my arrow, I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. But the arrow stayed in him the whole time, which that didn't help. But that 2-inch cut broadhead fully open, and it was just probably, I haven't gutted him or anything yet, as you can tell, but it just shredded his lungs, most likely. It might have even got his heart, I'm not sure. But first deer down of 2025. It's been a little bit of a hectic year. I'm not going as much as I have been the past few years. I've already shot at one and I couldn't find him, and then I was a little nervous on this one because of the quartering away shot. It looked a little bit farther back than it was. But hopefully rifle season starts this upcoming Saturday, November 8th. I'll be back out in the woods then. I might try and get another, if the wind is right, I might get another bow hunt or two in before then. But if not, I'll be out in the woods for rifle season, and hopefully that's just the start of something really good, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Good luck to anybody that's out there bow hunting this week, or even the youth hunt is today. I'm in my urban hunt, or in my urban area, so I don't have to wear orange even though it's youth season. But he's not a gigantic 6-point, but he's a nice 6-point. He's the first 6-point that I've ever shot. I'm gonna get him quartered up, and I'm gonna make an arrow mount out of him, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully it'll be another video pretty soon of another deer going down. Stand by, everybody, and good luck.